Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to walk you through the step-by-step process on how to purchase a Tesla vehicle from beginning all the way to the end when I'm taking delivery. So the first thing I always recommend to people is when you're buying a Tesla, go through a referral link. Always worth using a referral link to see what kind of discount you can get. So this is a video I made a couple of years ago where I went through how to buy a Tesla from start to finish, and this was a finance example. I'm going to be purchasing this Tesla with cash, so if you'd rather see the finance example of the video I made a couple of years ago, I'll link it down in the description. Linked right at the top of this video is going to be my referral link if you want to try to use that. So I'm going to click on this referral link right here under my previous video so that I can see what kind of discounts that Tesla is currently offering through the referral program. And you can see here, you can save up to $1,000 currently off of a new Tesla. It depends on the product. And then there's currently no referral discount on the new Model Y, but these change over the course of time, whether they increase or decrease whatever incentive that you can get through a referral link. In my example, I'm going to be purchasing the new Model Y, so I'm going to order that vehicle. And if the referral link worked successfully, it will show you that the referral was applied to the purchase page that you were sent to. So now we're over on Tesla's website, and we can configure the vehicle that we had selected exactly like we want it to be. Like I said, this is going to be a cash purchasing example. So I'm going to select the cash option. If you're going to lease or finance, you can select those respective options here. Then going through this process, you're going to pick a color. For me, I'm going to go with black. Select whatever wheel that you want. I'm going to go with the included wheels. I'm not going to be adding the tow package for this particular vehicle, so I'm going to skip over that. And then the interior, I'm going to go with the black interior, which is included. The white interior is $1,000 added onto that, but I'm selecting black. And then full self-driving, I actually have on my current Tesla. I'm going to be selling that one to a family member, and they're going to get that full self-driving, which is great for them. But at least initially with this purchase, I'm not going to be doing the full self-driving option. I might buy it later or use the subscription option, which is $99 a month instead of paying the $8,000, which is what it currently costs up front. And then if you want, you can add a home charger onto the purchase, and then you'd hire an electrician to set this up for you. At your home, this is a great way to charge. Actually, for me personally, I don't have a home charger. I just use the travel charger and plug it in to a regular 120 volt outlet. That gives me enough mileage. I get about 100 miles if I charge it for 24 hours straight, a whole day. And that is more than enough for my particular needs. So I actually don't have a home charger. But most of you out there, just the convenience of it, it charges your vehicle a lot faster. And most of you out there probably put a little bit more miles on your vehicle than what I do. So that is something to keep in mind when going through your purchase. And then they have some additional accessories options if you'd like to add any of those to your purchase. And then they'll show you when your vehicle will be available, kind of giving you an estimate there at your particular zip code. And then we can expand where it says show pricing details, and you can go through all of the different options that you had added to your order to get that final estimated purchase price. And we currently have a federal tax credit that is going to be available for this vehicle, so I can take that off the purchase price. And then due today is going to be a $250 order fee, but this is non-refundable. So if you decide that you don't want the vehicle, you won't get this $250 order fee back. So at this point, we're going to go to the next step. I'm going to click order with card for this $250 order fee that we need to pay. From here, you want to enter in your account details. So whether you have a Tesla account or not, just fill out this information. If you already have a Tesla account, just use the same information. If this is your first time purchasing a Tesla vehicle, just enter in the information, and the email that you choose, make sure that's the email that you want to use for your Tesla account. So for instance, when you log in through the Tesla application, that's the email that you're going to use when you're logging in. So fill in that information, fill out your card information to pay for this $250 non-refundable order fee, and then we're going to place an order. And if everything goes through correctly, you'll get a green check mark. It says your vehicle is ordered and it's confirmed. You're going to have a reservation number there, and then we can click continue on to our account. And then from this page in your Tesla account, you can click where it says manage order. You can double check everything from here just to make sure it is the design that you want. If you want to change something, you can always edit the design, or you can also cancel the order from here as well if you no longer are interested in purchasing the car that you had ordered. And going over to my account page in my list of products, the Tesla that I had just ordered is now showing up in this area. So what I'm going to do now is go over to my email inbox, the email that I had entered in during the purchase process. And what we can see here is Tesla has sent me an email thanking me for my order. So we're going to open this up. And in this email, we can see the next step that we want to take is download the Tesla app and get started on your delivery tasks. And you can click on that link right here to get the Tesla app through either of those stores, depending on what type of phone you're using. Now, after downloading and installing the Tesla app, you're going to click on it to launch it. If this is your first time logging in to your Tesla account, again, it's going to be that same email that you used during the order process to create that Tesla account that you're going to be logging into. So I'm going to open this up. And from here, I can see the Tesla that I had ordered. If you want, you can go to your account to either edit the order or cancel the order if you need it to do that. But otherwise, you're just going to be waiting until Tesla reaches out to you. And then you can start going through the process of things that you need to do before you take delivery. And all of that is going to be accomplished right here through the Tesla app, and I'll walk you through all of those steps once I reach that point. The next day, taking a look in the Tesla app, and now it shows my estimated delivery, which is within the next 1 to 3 weeks. It says complete your task to avoid delivery delays. So what I'm going to do here is click where it says start, and I'm going to take you through all of these steps in the delivery tasks process. So first we have registration. Provide registration details. You'll need your driver's license to complete this task. So what we're going to do is click start. And the vehicle owner is going to be myself, so that's checked, and then click next. And I'm going to go through the verify your identity process using my driver's license, and then I'm going to take a selfie, so I'm going to work through these steps. And with my driver's license successfully added to my account, I can now click continue. And after you confirm your information and your registration address, the next page is license plate, asking if you'll be transferring a license plate that you have to this vehicle, or if you want Tesla to get a new license plate for the vehicle that you're purchasing. And I'd like to get a new license plate with this vehicle, so I'm not going to transfer an old license plate, so I'm going to select no and then click submit. Moving on to the next step, applying for incentives. You may be eligible for government tax credits or rebates that require additional information for enrollment. So I want to get that $7,500 tax credit that we currently have, so I'm going to click start. I qualify for this tax credit, and I'd like to transfer it to Tesla to take it off the price, so I'm going to click yes and then click next. Look over the review and consent form and check all of these boxes if everything looks good, and then click next. And then enter in your taxpayer ID type, and then enter in that ID number, and then move on. Moving on to step 3, if you have a car that you would like to trade in to Tesla, this is the step where you would do that. Now, me personally, I'm selling my car private party to a family member, so I won't be trading it in. So I'm going to select no for this option. You can get an offer from them and apply that value towards your new Tesla. If you'd like to do that, click yes. But like I said, I'm going to click no on this. Step 4 is if you're planning to lease or finance your vehicle. So you can go through Tesla Lease, you can go through Tesla Loan for financing, or you can go through your own financial institution, a self-arranged loan that is accepted. So you can go through that application process, see what you get accepted for in terms of a loan, and you can do all that through here by clicking yes. For me, this is going to be a cash purchase for this vehicle, so I'm going to click no. You do have the option to change this if you're paying with cash, and if you'd like to change your mind on this, that is something that you can do, but I'm all set and ready to go there with step 4, so moving on to step 5. And now at this point, it wants me to check back later. They're going to notify me when it's time to schedule my delivery appointment. And essentially at this point, I'm just waiting on Tesla for them to provide me a VIN. So now after waiting a little bit of time, Tesla has assigned me a VIN. So now I can use that information to move on to the next steps in this process. Continuing on with our delivery tasks, now that I have a VIN for the vehicle, I'm able to get proof of insurance. I can go through my insurer. I use State Farm. I find that they have pretty reasonable rates on Tesla vehicles, but I'm going to wait a little bit longer before getting my proof of insurance. I'm going to wait until I know what date my car is being delivered. And then at that point, it's just easier for setting up the insurance if you know exactly when you need it for. So I'm going to skip over this for now and come back to it, but additional payment is required. So I need to pay off my vehicle. It's going to be a little bit different for me living in the state of Michigan than it is going to be in a lot of other states. To get around the dealership laws in my state, I need to purchase my car entirely out of state, and then they bring it into the state of Michigan. They transfer the title into Michigan, and then I can take delivery. Not every state is like this, but I'm going to pay the full amount of my Tesla vehicle so that it can continue on with this process. So I'm going to click here where it says start. In the final payment area, it's going to give you the price of your vehicle, and you can get a line-by-line item of all the taxes, fees, everything associated with this. So I'm going to click on where it says view details. And again, it's going to have all of the pricing details and adjustments that have been made for your particular vehicle in this area if you'd like to check that over. But everything looks good to me, so I'm going to go back to the final payment area. Then you need to select your payment method or set up a payment option that you would like to use for this payment. And then once that is selected, we can click down here where it says pay. And if your payment method goes through, you should get a check mark. It says complete, and your amount due should go down to 0. Eventually, Tesla will contact you to schedule your delivery appointment date. So I got a text message for them to do this. So heading back into the app, clicking continue. And this is going to be step 5, scheduling your delivery appointment. We can click on where it says start, and it'll let you know your delivery location. This should be the delivery center that is closest to your home address. So then we can click on where it says schedule delivery. Then they're going to give you a 3-day window to schedule your delivery appointment. All appointments are going to last 15 minutes, and all registrants must be present at the delivery appointment. So you can select the day as well as a time that you would like to take delivery, and then you can confirm your appointment. Now that I have my delivery date, I'm going to use that information to get my proof of insurance through my insurer at State Farm. I gave them the VIN of my new vehicle, and we set up the new policy. It's going to take effect on the date that I'm taking delivery, so we're all good there. They sent me a copy of my insurance to my email, so I downloaded that file, and I'm going to upload it right here in this area. So I'm going to choose an image file and then fill out the rest of the information, so the policy number and the expiration date, and then submit. On delivery day, heading down to the Tesla service center, and when I showed up, my vehicle was parked right outside waiting for me with my name sitting on the dash, so I know exactly which one was mine. Things that I brought on delivery day were my driver's license. If you have a license plate that you're bringing from another vehicle, be sure to bring that. Also bring your proof of insurance for your vehicle, so you have that all set and taken care of. Going through the last steps of this process so you can review your agreements in step 8. And then step 9 is accepting delivery. So on delivery day, you head down for your appointment. I arrived, and then you can click start at that point. That'll take you over to this page. When you get up to your vehicle, tap on the button where it says I am here. The next page is asking you to locate your vehicle. You just want to make sure that the VIN that is on this page matches the VIN that's on the vehicle. That is yours. So in the lower left corner of the dashboard, you should be able to see the VIN of your vehicle, and you can match those up. And if that looks good, then you can click where it says I've located my vehicle. It's possible that you might be able to get directly into your Tesla vehicle, but in my instance, I had to go inside and talk to my delivery appointment advisor. Then they were able to confirm some stuff for me so that I could finish off with these delivery tasks. So you can check over the motor vehicle purchase agreement, and if that looks good, you can click accept. And then when you finally accepted the delivery of your Tesla vehicle, you'll get this page where it says, welcome to the Tesla family. Thank you for accelerating the transition to sustainable energy. And then we can continue on from there. After that, in the Tesla app, it should take you to your vehicle, and you should get an option to set up your phone key so that you can use it to lock and unlock your Tesla vehicle and use that as a key to drive your Tesla. So once that's all set up, you should be able to open up your Tesla doors and check everything on the inside, make sure it looks good. Inside of my Tesla vehicle, there was a folder. There was a couple of things that I had to sign that were in this folder. One was the application for the vehicle title. I just needed to sign my name on that. And then also the transfer of title. The state of Michigan is a little bit different, where you buy the vehicle out of state and then they sell the car to you, transfer the title in the state of Michigan. So a lot of you guys probably won't have to do that, but anything that you have to sign or papers to go over should be sitting inside of your Tesla. And for me, they were waiting in this folder. They had a pen for me, and I just had to sign my name on a couple of things. After handing in your signed documents, it's pretty much up to you at this point what you want to do in terms of setting up your Tesla to get it ready for you to drive off. But when you're ready to leave, you can put the car into drive, head out, and you should be good to go at that point. Thank you to Joa for supporting this video and the content on my channel. Please consider checking out Joa's premium Tesla products and accessories through the link in the description. Use my exclusive discount code THANKS at checkout to save. I appreciate you watching. Subscribe to the channel for more Tesla content in the future.